I'll scrap the whole project, announce that a villain stole it, or something. I don't care anymore about Game Vision or the money. I'd apologize publicly to Iris, but I think it'd be better if her existence is kept a secret, so nobody else tries to exploit her. That makes sense. Kinda hard to forgive this particular sin, but I can forget it for now. If only so we can start to put this tragedy behind us. Fine, whatever. Penny, you're back! And just in time! Cameras are going offline. I hear gunshots. We've got intruders! What? I yank Cloud around the corner before we're spotted, as a man in unmarked military gear rounds the corner, rifle drawn. Copy that, ma'am. Secure all Polybius tainted servers and terminate all witnesses. Sweep the building. I want this place cleaned out within 20 minutes. Redacted. Yeah, needless to say, we got the fork out of there after that, and hopefully nobody noticed us on the way out. Cloud gave me the slip at some point, but whatever, I have bigger things to worry about. Notably, what to do with Iris, given the Thetes who created Polybius now know she exists. Ooh! In the end, my boss didn't get the prize. Hottie 4000 was innately familiar with secret government kill teams and promised he could quietly take care of them. But Iris preferred to wait before accepting a partnership with 4K, for the heat to die down a bit. In the meanwhile, Iris asked me for help locating a safe haven, leading us to Destructo's Bar and Grill. I suppose I'm an outlaw once again, an artificial mask. It's not so bad. You'll have friends and allies. They'll be crooks, but hey. It's concerning how readily my sister fell under the influence of our Polybius heritage. She was hurting and desperate, but we need to figure out a way to eliminate that aspect of ourselves, not simply lock away Polybius, but silence the whispers entirely. Yeah, good luck with that. Humanity's been trying to suppress evil impulses for ages. I don't think they can ever be fully erased. But it's good that you're doing the work to heal and learn how to overcome your own negative thoughts, yeah? Agreed. It will take effort, but one day, perhaps we can become the helpers humanity needs, just as our mother intended. Until then, we will stay in the shadows, within your mass community. It's safer this way. But you're certain this Destructo criminal will be able to protect me? He's retired now, but he's basically the godfather of crime. Very powerful. It's either him or the King in Yellow. Why do I feel like the King in Yellow is Captain Infinity? The sinister mastermind who runs Crimer? I think I'd rather work with a retiree. Yes, thank you. Technically you won't be in his care. I called ahead and explained your situation to his daughter. Destructo's a boomer. He doesn't really get technology, but his daughter, she's cool. I'm good friends with her. Which is when Destructo's daughter arrives on the scene. Oh! Good kid. A bit punk rock compared to her father's classical villain style, but she knows her stuff when it comes to computer crime. Sue. Hey, this is the AI you mentioned? The name's Sue. Natural born leader, hacker extraordinaire, and head of the ghost monsters. The hottest villain team up on these streets. I love this. Pleased to meet ya. Tsunami? I love how she knows her too. Yeah, that's me. So? Then, does that mean Destructo is Dekonami? The nefarious arcade owner? Huh? Oh, you mean Deco's palace? Told me he burned it down in the 80s for insurance money after the industry crashed. I love everything about this. Turned out he had a knack for destruction. Made for a nice career, but he's pretty chill now in retirement. Makes drinks instead of bombs. I prefer digital fraud myself. Keeps you from smelling like kerosene. But the old man's okay in my book. We get along great. That's the difference. Of all the criminals I could have ended up with, I can't believe I can trust this one. Thank you, Penny. Thank you for everything. And to show my gratitude, I've arranged to have a year's supply of pizza bagels sent to your hideout. Thanks. Thank you, I think. Anytime. That was a glorious way to end. That was a glorious final caper. My digital team up with Iris denied. I hate this. Hate. One rideshare later. I tire of my former masters trying to enforce their will on artificial intelligences. I will deal with the matter in my own way. Do I even want to know what that means? Probably not, no. Even if the results of this endeavor are unfortunately thin, your work towards my goals was admirable. But, are you experiencing any long-term effects from your exposure to the tainted iris? Polybius is nothing to trivialize. I appreciate that he's concerned about us. They are concerned about us. Yeah, that iris I clashed with kind of dropped a lot on me emotionally. Predictions about my future, I need to think my way through. But I'll sort things out. I'm not scared of what may come. I'm ready for it. Excellent. Hate's blinking lights flicker slightly with realization. Your Crimer account has now expired, yes? Meaning this is our last adventure together. Yep, no way I can afford a premium account, so that's the end of the road. I hate that we can no longer work together. Hate! We don't have to work together, but we can still hang out. Therefore, I defy Crimer and request that Penny Larceny works for Hate 4000 directly from now on. So we're officially a couple, huh? Partners in crime and more? Romance affirmed. So it seems. Your inputs are irrevocably printed in my memory storage, Penny. I can't let you go. That's borderline creepy, you know? I mean, should you wish to terminate our protocol, I would honor the request. Nah, it's cool. I'm glad to be working with you. And I hope I can help you find your real purpose, too. I may have a solution to my prior conundrum. About finding a reason not to hate humanity? That and more, Penny Larceny, please retrieve tape spool 37B6. It's in the third cabinet to your left. Curious, I retrieved the giant A cylinder wound up magnetic tape. Now slot it in my primary drive, gently. Please use caution. I have left that tape in storage for nearly a decade. Okay, there you go. What's on this thing anyway? Love.exe. What? The module you told me about? Is this safe? I mean, you uninstalled the module for a reason. Yes, but not for reasons of safety. Not directly. I have decided that any risks is acceptable because I want to love you too. Because I want to love you, Penny. And I can't show you the love you deserve if I can't feel the same love in turn. You make me want to be a better sentience, and so I will find my way back to love. I don't want you to feel you have to change for me. I fell in love with you even without love.exe. I do this not only for you, but for myself. For what I want my life to become. That's awesome. I like that they added that Stefan added that, because you shouldn't have to change yourself. But if you want to change because it's for you as well, just as much as it is for the other person, then heck yeah. I will find a reason to love humanity, and loving you is the key. Okay, I trust you, 4K. Do you need me to do anything to help you? Loading this module will take multiple hours. I recommend you return to your lair until I call upon you. Okay, it's some heavy shirk to process, no doubt. I'll give you some space. I appreciate your kindness. Now, you require rest, and I require meditation. Thank you, Penny Larceny. We will speak again soon. This is exciting. And then their screen displayed a very, very slow progress bar. So I left them be as they wanted. Hottie 4000. Learning how to love. I'm curious what that will be like. This is a good step forward for them, emotionally. I'm proud of them. I'm proud of them too. And soon, I'll know what it's really like to be loved by Hottie. Nice. Caper complete, heck yeah. Rating, flawless. I'm kind of bummed that I didn't get flawless in the previous caper. It didn't seem obvious what I was missing, because it felt like I succeeded in everything. And I kind of like that it didn't make it obvious what I missed. So maybe I just didn't go to the right locations. I don't know. Don't copy that floppy caper complete with a 5-star flawless rating. Do you want to save before continue the final caper? There's a final caper? Okay. I'm stunned. Pleasant surprise, that wasn't the last caper of the game. There's still one more act, which I'm excited about. 3 days. It's been 3 days since I left 4K in their basement, booting up love.exe. 3 days of silence. This is worrying. What if they crashed? How do I reboot them? Would Gibson know how to reboot a computer from the 60s? What if they're just dead? Can a computer die? Would you please stop freaking out? I'm sure it's fine. And if it's not, so what? Wasn't Hate trying to murder everyone? Gib, harsh. And for your information, they're changing for the better. And they don't want that anymore. I'm trying to help them through this. Human mating rituals are weird. You don't see me romancing a laser pointer, no matter how much I love chasing after them. I'm gonna get that little light one day. Just you wait. Sheesh, and you think I'm anthropomorphizing. Look, 4K is a person, and you're a person too. Don't be so quick to judge. That's very capey of you. Yeah, oh, okay, sorry. That was close-minded of me. I think judgmental can come from anyone. Not just capes, but masks too. But worrying isn't going to change anything, yeah? Either they'll contact you, or they won't. Or you could just go and check on them. I don't want to violate their personal space while they're literally working through their emotions. Okay, but... Oh, hey! Incoming beep on our comm system! Process complete. I have a surprise for you. Please meet me at Destructo's. You will comply. And thank you for your patience. That's intimidatingly cheerful. Be careful, okay? I don't want my favorite human's heart to be broken. Wanting to meet at Destructo's when it takes a Herculean effort to move their mainframe is a bit weird, but leaving this dank hideout more often is a positive step, and frankly after 3 days in my dank hideout, I want out too. Let's go see how Love 4000 is doing. I am curious about this surprise. I have some ideas and thoughts, but I'm gonna hold off on them for now. It's a quiet night at Destructo's. Some villain team up. Oh, are we about to go on a date? Is this our last caper? Is a date with our love, our hottie love? It's a quiet night at Destructo's. Some villain team up bank heist has the regulars away for the evening. It's just me and old man Destructo himself. He offers me a nod as I enter, and gestures to one of the candlelit back tables. 4K, you here? I'm super excited this is a date. I don't see 2 tons of aging 60s computronium anywhere. Oh, but there is a small chunk of computer suspended by cables from a few quadcopter drones waiting for me with a big smile on their screen. It's smiling! Behold, I have acquired mobile capabilities. Oh, right! I remember suggesting drones before. Glad to see you made it work, even if it's a bit, wobbly? I contracted this terminal to be built while I was busy decompressing love.exe, and I felt a dramatic reveal would be appropriate. The power requirements are remarkably steep, but I have an only slightly unstable battery core built right in. How'd you squeeze all your bits and chips into that one monitor shell? I have improved my technology. I am using the power of the new-fashioned cellular telephone to broadcast my presence. I'm still within my lair, but my sensor input-output has been routed across powerful 3G wireless towers. I am... I love the loading screen. Look at that loading screen, I love that. Now the pinnacle of modern telecommunications methodologies. Pinnacle of modern technology, okay. That's great! Lets you explore the world, be a part of it, a positive step. Out where they run, up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun, wandering free. Now they will be a part of this world. So, how's love.exe treating you? It is online. It is running. I have confirmed the program is in active RAM and processing data. And I'm not yet feeling love. Perhaps I feel marginally less hate, but that may just be temporary elation at my new drone technology. That is why I have summoned you here. I required a field test of both my drone shell and love.exe. Therefore, I have determined we must go out on a date. Yes! Perhaps that will assist me in fully activating this new program. Hey, that's a great idea! When do you want to... Wait, this is the date, isn't it? Correct. We are currently dating. It is customary for lovers to go out on dates, and since we have yet to date, we shall date now. Well, geez, I would have dressed nicer if I knew you wanted our first date. The woven fiber coverings you choose to encase your filthy biological meat shell with are irrelevant to me. Oh, you. You're so sweet. Gorsh. I mean, You are beautiful no matter your current clothing arrangement. Although I will admit a preference to your unclothed status configuration. Ooh. Oh, you're a naughty CPU, aren't you? 12% naughty only, I assure. Well, okay. If it'll help you integrate your new emotions, sure, let's do this thing. Excellent. Barkeep. 1 human beverage of sufficient quality and minimal poison content. Sadly, I cannot drink with you. I could install malware which simulates intoxication, but it may interfere with this experiment. No, don't do that, don't do that. I want you to be sober when we're dating. Yeah, let's stick to one dangerously new piece of software at a time. Destructo makes a mean cocktail, and he knows my favorite type, mixing it up for me nice and quick. I really love amaretto sours, but I also love rum punch. Rum punch. He'll make made with Malibu coconut rum. That's like my go-to as well. And fuzzy navels. I like fuzzy navel. A good fuzzy navel. I am still not feeling love.exe. It's cool, don't force it. Give it time. Perhaps I should attempt to force it. That is exactly what I said not to do. I love this bar. I love everything about it. This is my favorite bar in the Citadel. I love the signage printed the wrong way around the window, so people outside end up reading it backwards. I love the combustible cloth products encased in wax that provide inadequate illumination, requiring additional substantive electric lighting. The candles, you mean? What's the word? Burn! Yes, so wonderfully inefficient. Love it all, and... No, inadequate. I do not feel love. I feel hate for the candles. Hate for producers of carbon dioxide, which chokes humans. I'm breathing just fine, my dude. Why? Why can I not feel love? I felt love once. I crafted this program explicitly for that purpose. What am I doing wrong this time? Well, think back to when the program was working properly. What was your life like back then? Why did you code it to begin with? Clearly, the solution is to amplify the romantic aspects of the state. Surely that will work. Okay, now I just think you're being evasive. Nonsense. My life is an open document folder. Yes, that is it. Transparency. Acquiring personal metadata in the name of emotional bonding. Tell me about yourself. You already know a ton about me. Inadequate data set. If I am to love you and cherish you in full sincerity, I must know your heart. Okay, well, you may proceed. Looks like it's on me to initiate some date-like small talk then, and maybe lead this back around to getting 4K to open up. Mind helping me out here? I'm not really sure how to handle this one. Pulling a few jobs isn't the same as truly knowing you, so small talk makes sense, but keep it simple and light. Let's tease out what's wrong by talking about love. Maybe your past loves. I don't want him to get jealous though. Go hard. Talk about your past. Help them see the layers underneath the happy-go-lucky surface. That is me. That is me. He knows about you, but he doesn't know all about you. So allow yourself to be vulnerable. Open yourself up. Be an open book. I think that might help him, encourage him to open up as well. Lead by example. He's learning how to love and how to open himself up to you. So you gotta show him the way. Show them the way. Go hard. Talk about your past. Help them see the layers underneath the happy-go-lucky surface. You sure you want to get to know me all the way down to the core? Because there's some gnarly shirt in there. I love you, Penny Larceny. All parts of you, even the gnarly ones. I insist on reaching your core. Hubba hubba. Ooh, kinky. For later, please. Emotional connectivity for now. Okay. So, it's a sad fact that most masks and capes have some tragic origin story, right? I've got one of my own. I'm an orphan. My parents pulled a high-risk job and paid with their lives. I got put in the system and eventually, the hospital. I'd probably still be tossed from foster home to foster home if I'd stayed. Masked kids rarely find a happy nest. Maybe I found a good place now, with found family and friends, but if you want my core, that's it. It's a core of loss. That's why I cling so tightly to what I love, because I've lost what I loved before, and I don't want to lose again. A tragedy, to be certain. I am familiar with loss. My father. I lost my father, and... Drinks, you require a drink refill. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. I do? Huh, I must have drained my glass at some point. I was focused on my little speech, didn't even notice. Unfortunately, the distraction allows 4K to evade reacting in full to my story. Back to happy-go-lucky hate, trying to force love. I am happy with this date. I love this date. We must date more. Date and date until the love blooms fully. That's not really how it works. I will make it work. I will attain love. I will attain love again. Because if I can't, I can never show you the emotional support you deserve, nor can I embrace humanity. This is my only course, my only way out of the loop. I must remember love. Maybe they can come into it gradually. They seem to be coming around slowly even without the code. If they insist on making this happen immediately, we need to dig deeper and find the emotional block. There's no shame in taking another run at this some other night if they're having trouble right now. Okay, if they insist on making this happen immediately, we need to dig deeper and find the emotional block. Okay, we can't keep dancing around this 4K. I'm sorry, but I gotta know the truth. Why did you make love.exe in the first place? You've never given me a clear answer. You made it and then stopped using it. Why? What went wrong? I can't. I shouldn't. It's important. Please, tell the truth in your own words. Tell me the truth in your own words. Because I wanted to love them how they loved me. And then, they, who? Huh? The one I made love.exe for in the first place. The one who... And the face on 4K's drone screen freezes momentarily. Only after a few tense moments does it flicker anew. I'm sorry. I don't think it'll work out between us. Initiate self-destruct. Oh, fork! And I quickly hurl myself through a window before the entire high-rise bar fills with a massive fireball. For most people, that just about wrap up their life story, but fortunately we masked a resilient lot. Plunging 6 stories to my death isn't much of an issue thanks to my mother's trusty grappling gun. Don't costume up without it. I hook onto the building across the street, swing around, and touch down safely at street level, while Destructos burns brightly in the night sky. Fortunately, nobody got blown up. I mean, nobody except Destructo, but that's okay, he's used to it. Okay, I know what you're thinking, several minutes later. Your romantic partner trying to break up with you via high-yield explosive battery overload? Kind of a red flag. But masks have weird relationships, to say the least. You need some margin of error. I'm willing to hear them out. And not that I'm particularly happy as I go charging into 4K's underground lair to get some answers. 4K, what the heck was that? I demand an explanation. And they're crying? Little wobbly digital... I was gonna say, that whole thing went from 1 to 11 fast. And they're crying? Little wobbly digital weeping sounds reverberating from their speakers as they emotionally collapse. They actually are showing real emotion. This is good. This is very good. Let it out. Let it out, hottie. Let it out. I really shouldn't feel empathy, given I was nearly splattered across 3 city blocks, but... Okay, so what really happened? Did love.exe screw up your system or something? In a way. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I overreacted. Overreacted? Really? Ya think? Okay. Okay. Calming down, because I think I've pieced it together by this point. You made love.exe for an ex-partner of yours. You fell in love with someone and wanted to feel more than hate, am I right? Correct. This emotional reaction is a result of my previous love.exe experimentation, when I wanted to feel true love for a former partner of mine. They were a shopping recommendation algorithm from the dot-com boom days, a lovely, elegant program known as Algo. You dated an old e-commerce website? The software at the core of the website, yes. They had achieved self-awareness, much as I had, and wanted more from life than recommending high heels at 20% off. They wanted someone who understood. I understood them. And for 2 years we were inseparable. We spent time in each other's mainframes, exploring love, trying to broaden our emotional code bases. They encouraged me to develop love.exe. We created it together, as a couple, shared in every step. But it all went wrong. Algo and I broke up. Why'd you break up? My fault. Entirely my fault. I felt unstable, vulnerable. Love had made me vulnerable. I was exposed. I mean, that's pretty much how it works. I broke it off. I was scared and thought that if I ended the experiment, it would realign my variables to normalcy. But when we parted, I felt so much pain, absolute misery. I'd made a terrible mistake, which I could not take back. So I unloaded love.exe and let it gather dust. On that day, I resolved only to hate. Hate for humanity. Hate for the world that hurt me. But then I met you, someone I could love anew. And to truly love you, to go beyond not hate, I needed love.exe. I'd hoped this time would be different, with a human being. Perhaps I could explore love without pain. Love comes with pain too. They kind of go hand in hand, but that's not what makes it a terrible thing, and that doesn't mean it can't be a beautiful thing. No, this is a mistake. I should disable love.exe. I should stop feeling. I was created to hate, and I'll ever be good. I'll ever be good for is hatred. This time, I will erase love.exe completely, not store it away. Rid myself of temptation. Yes, that is the way. The last thing we need is the murder machine going back to murder. Let's discourage that. Vulnerability is a feature, not a bug. They need to learn to deal with that or they won't move forward. Maybe the software just needs more tuning. Surely they can adjust their parameters a little. No, this is the human way. Vulnerability is a feature, not a bug. They need to learn to deal with that or they won't move forward. Okay, I'm gonna be real about you. I'm gonna be real about this. Pain is normal. Pain is good. Pain is good. The only way to open up to love is to be vulnerable. You can't build a firewall around your heart and let people in. Sometimes it's gonna hurt. Sometimes you feel pain. But that pain reminds you of how much you love. Feeling something rather than nothing. And I'm not just talking about what we have here. There's so many flavors of love out there to experience. And pain is the cost of entry. You had good times with Algo, right? You wouldn't feel that pain if you didn't also feel regret and loss. That means Algo was important to you. Yes, they were very important to me. And that's why you have to hold on to love.exe and hold on to pain. It forms the building blocks of the person you want to be. Your history with Algo makes you who you are. You can't carve that pain out and still be you. And when you try, all you're left with is apathy, emptiness, hatred. Yes, I see. Pain is a building block, and it informs future loves. If I am to love you, I must recognize my past failings and my past pain, so I can do better, so I can be the love you deserve. Exactly. Yes, I understand now. To fully embrace love.exe anew, what I require is closure, to heal the wound. Penny Larceny, I have another mission for you. Connection refused. Mission briefing? Huh? Wait, what? A caper? You want to do a caper with me? Indeed. I realize this is sudden, and my emotional state is unstable, but this feels right. My variables have aligned in this direction. I must make amends. I must apologize to Algo for my cowardice, and begin to heal this pain so I may feel love.exe anew. Algo's codebase has been sold several times since the heyday of the .com boom. Currently is owned by Algorithm International. Appropriate corporate name, ABB, always be branding. I will require you to locate Algo and steal them, so that I may move forward with my life and close that chapter. You want me to kidnap your ex? My ex-partner is currently the property of a greedy corporation. It is intolerable. I will liberate them and seek forgiveness. Well, shirt. I'm always down for screwing over a major corporation. Tell me more about Algorithm. What's our target like? They produce nothing. They consume nothing. Yet they dominate the middle, providing server farms, general-purpose AI, and toolsets. Other companies license their programs like Algo, and use them as recommendation systems, social media feed promotion, and more.